Yeah, because now we're in sort of like a semi-recession, right, with the real estate market. But
We are in a recession.
they won't admit it, but yeah.
The media hasn't said it yet, but yeah, we're definitely in a recession. Closing the mortgage stays and just say you was the owner.
Yeah.
I take over your loan, Sean. That 250 loan in place, I got me a 2.8 interest rate.
I like that strategy because you don't have to go through all the BS processing of buying a house. Welcome back, guys. Digital Social Hour. I'm your host, Sean Kelly. Got a great guest for you guys today, Antonio Edwards.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
Man, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Yeah. What you been up to lately?
Man, just cranking out deals, changing people's lives, spending time with my family, bro. I keep it simple, man, you know?
Yeah. Still heavy into real estate?
Oh, I eat, live, breathe, sleep, that whole man. Real estate is a lifestyle for me.
Nice.
Literally.
Yeah, because now we're in sort of like a semi-recession, right, with the real estate market. But
we are in a recession.
They won't admit it, but yeah.
The media hasn't said it yet, but yeah, we're definitely in a recession, bro. Yeah.
Have you seen some crazy stuff in the real estate space because of that?
Have I seen some what?
Some like crazy stuff like houses tanking and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I live in LA. I don't invest in LA. It's wild, wild west out there, but it's a lot more activity on the market. People are reducing prices chunks, 50K, 100K, 150K, 200K. Obviously, as people watching this, interest rates had jumped about a year ago. Last summer, we went from all-time low interest rates to average 5 to 6, which is average overall market interest rates, even though people got spoiled in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it was like, people think we're in a high interest rate, but when the interest rates changed last summer, more activity start staying on the market, more days on the market, and so now we're seeing a shift in the market, and I like this market. I don't like markets where there's 20 offers on the table, 25 offers on the table. I like it where it's just nice and steady. You can crank out more deals, and it weeds out all the extra people.
Right. Everyone and their mother was getting into it during the pandemic.
Man, I mean, you had all-time low interest rates mixed with pandemic money.
Yeah, that money wasn't real.
It wasn't real. It's fictitious. I call it, people that were making money in the pandemic that started business that are not in business now were pandemicpreneurs. You know what I'm saying? I call them pandemicpreneurs.
Yeah.
But you had all-time low interest rates, that fictitious government money going around, and bank statement loans to get approved for a home. 3-month bank statement loans.
You can fake those.
You can literally. So you can show just say 50K, 100K, or $250,000 in your bank for 3 months when you're getting it from the government and get approved for a house that you really couldn't before prior to the pandemic.
Wow.
So now that that is over, like you're seeing a lot more properties on the market. There's a lot of shadow inventory, aka pre-foreclosures, that's about to hit the market. I'm gonna give it to the election, bro.
And it gets worse or better?
It's gonna get worse.
Really?
Yes.
Because it's been getting worse for like a year or two now, right?
Yeah, but it's a domino effect.
Right.
It don't happen overnight like stocks and crypto and like that. Real estate is a gradual thing. That's why I like real estate, because I can see it. Once you're in it, you can see it.
Right.
I started in the crash in 2009.
So you saw the worst.
But I wish I kept my properties then. So now I'm equipped, bro. I'm gonna keep as much properties as I possibly humanly can this go around. But peep this though, Sean. This go around, there's 3% or below interest rates, meaning that I can take those over for before they hit the foreclosure, pre-foreclosure. The people that are behind on their loans, which there's a lot of, like I said, shadow inventory, we're buying property subject to. Is a play called subject to existing mortgage, where you're basically keeping the loan in place of whatever terms that they got the loan with the bank for. So just say 2.8 interest rate. They bought the property in 2021, the heart of the pandemic. Right? Monthly payment, just say a $250K loan is, I just throw out a number, just say $1,300 a month, principal, interest, tax, insurance. I can take over those terms of that loan.
Wow.
Right. I get the deed at closing, the mortgage stays, and just say you was the owner. I take over your loan, Sean. That 250 loan in place, I got me a 2.8 interest rate.
I like that strategy because you don't have to go through all the BS processing of buying a house, like the background checks and all that.
Bro, no tax returns, no credit check,
no
bank statements asked, no W-2s. You just taking over somebody's loan.
Shout out to today's sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh makes whipping up home-cooked meals super easy. They got 15-minute meals. That's less time than it takes to get delivery. Everything's pre-portioned, delivered straight to your door every week. For me, it's a no-brainer personally. We all know it also takes the hassle out of mealtime, and it can also save you money. HelloFresh is 25% less expensive than takeout on average. I used to order takeout all the time. HelloFresh has been awesome for saving money in that way. You get a home-cooked meal on the table, more money back in your pocket, makes cooking easy. Personally, I used to suck at cooking, and HelloFresh, I can actually pull off some pretty decent meals because they got step-by-step pictured instructions, so it makes my life easy. It'll probably make yours easy as well. If you want America's #1 meal kit, go to HelloFresh.com/DSH free for free breakfast for life. That's code DSH free for free breakfast for life. 1 free breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. Guys, that's free breakfast for life. HelloFresh.com/DSH free. Link will be in the description. Don't forget to use code DSH free.
He went through all the hoops of
right.
3 to 4 months.
You don't even get your credit run?
No.
You just take it over?
My first subject to property was in 2009, my very second deal. I took that property. I had a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chris Haskins for putting me onto this in 2009. I was like, who the f-? like how's this legal? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why don't we know this as people? Like, why has this been hidden from us?
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Like, this is something, the all-American dream, own a house, picket fence. Like, we should learn this strategy in school, bro.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't know what a subject to property is, but I'm telling you, anybody that's watching this, like, if you have, credit's jacked up, maybe you just don't have the credentials to get approved traditionally with a bank, you can buy properties subject to any day, all day.
Wow, that's crazy. So I'm buying my first house next year. So where can I see these deals? Is there like a site or do you have to call someone?
Yeah. So there's like any niche, there's like different groups and stuff. This is a whole world online. Like you can go on certain groups, real estate groups, people posting deals all day. I literally had
like Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook groups. Yeah, Facebook groups, forums. So, and myself, myself, I get deals all the time. So, like literally yesterday, somebody sent. I can show you the text in a minute, but somebody sent me a deal in Illinois. 2 point. Can I pull it up for you? Yeah. 2 point something interest rate, and we're in negotiation now.
That's so low compared to 6% now.
Just look at that. You could just read it. Just read the receipt. That's the receipt. I got the deal yesterday. What's the loan in place right there, Sean?
The loan in place, $55,000.
I'm not paying it off. That's staying in place. What's the interest rate?
3.62%.
How much?
3.62.
Right. So the average interest rate right now in today's market is around 5-6%.
Yeah.
I'm getting me a 3.62 interest rate.
Yeah.
At $55,000 on loan. What's the monthly payment on that?
$500. That's nothing.
Right. I can get $1,500 a month on that.
Wow. Boom. So you rent this out on like Vrbo or Airbnb?
Well, my buy and hold strategies, I don't do traditional renting.
Yeah.
We call it, the model we call for the buy and hold model for what I do is called slow flip. So the slow flip, instead of me buying this property and my exit is to just put little cosmetic repairs, if any, and rent it out to a tenant, I will take this over, right? And I'm going to owner finance it out where that person going to the house, they are responsible for the repairs. I live in LA, bro. This property's in Illinois. I don't want a leaky toilet call. I'm a lifestyle guy. Like I like the cash flow, but I don't like I don't like what comes with being a landlord.
Right.
So I found the loophole of like I can buy the same properties, get the same cash flow as a landlord, and owner finance them out and let them deal with the repairs.
That's deadly.
I started out doing Section 8.
Yeah.
Like my first Section 8 property was in 2010.
Okay.
And this was just like, it was traumatizing.
Too much customer service?
Yeah. So I started off, I was a one-man band. Like the tenant was calling me. Government, like paying Section 8, they're paying the check, but they're still calling you for the leaky toilet call, the plumbing call.
And you have to fix it.
Yeah. So then I got a property management company and I started getting, I got several more Section 8 rentals. And the property management still contacts, hey, we got to get your consent. We need to fix this issue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this, I don't want to. I don't like this rich dad, poor dad. When he says buy a whole bunch of buying whole properties, rent it out, and I stumbled across this model in 2013, the slow flip play. my mentor Scott Jelinek put me onto this play because he went through the ringer in the bus bubble. He was a whole bunch of rentals, and he was like, man, like you can buy properties, still get the same cash flow, but you don't have to rent them out. You can land contractor, owner finance them out, and they deal with 100% of repairs. You never get a leaky toilet call, but I'm still getting the cash flow every month.
Wait, so why would they answer the call if they're not getting money?
Who is they?
The owner. The previous owner of the house.
Well, what do you mean? I'm lost on that question.
So like they're calling the previous owner with problems with the house, right?
No. All right. So just say going back to this Illinois property, I take over that $55K loan. I need an exit strategy, right? Whether I'm gonna flip it, sell it, or keep it.
Yeah.
I want to keep this. The $500 ish payment a month. I want to keep that. That's cheap.
Right.
3-point-something% interest rate. So my exit strategy, instead of me traditionally renting it out, I'm keeping it, but instead of me renting it out, being a landlord, fixing it up, doing a little bit of cosmetic repairs, put a tenant in there, I'm doing nothing, Sean. Nothing to the property. I'm going to owner finance it out.
Got
on
it.
terms to an owner occupant. I don't call those tenants because I'm not renting.
Right.
I'm owner finance it out to an owner occupant where they're paying me every month for 30 years. I'm not a landlord. I'm my own bank.
Wow.
So instead of me playing the role of a landlord in that case, I'm playing the role of a bank. I'm putting you on a 30-year note. You're paying me every month for 30 years. Still getting the same cash flow as a landlord, but I'm a bank. You're dealing with the repairs.
That's crazy. I've never heard of this.
It's all paperwork shift, bro. So instead of them signing a lease, they sign a land contract. Change the whole dynamic of the whole exit strategy.
Wow.
That makes sense?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Crazy.
And what states are you doing this in?
Illinois, obviously. Illinois, Missouri, Alabama,
So you like the
Virginia,
cheaper states?
and Ohio. Midwest. Oh,
West. You see those markets coming up?
yeah. Yeah. And their cash flow is like, so you have investors that do a hybrid. They'll do like a cash flow with appreciation, but it's not a lot of cash flow, but a little bit. But you play in the debt game. And I'll go over that in a minute. And you have investors where they buy just straight cash flow properties with very little appreciation. And you have investors like in LA, which I hate this model, but it's not a right or wrong, where they're just playing the appreciation game with negative cash flow.
So they're just holding it.
Yeah. They're making their mortgages to say $15K a month, but the rents is $12,500. So they're losing $2,500 every single month on purpose. Because they're banking on appreciation in 5 years or 3 years, it's be worth an extra, LA, it'd be an extra $2 million in equity.
But what if it goes down?
That part. So that's why I don't like that model. Again, it's not a right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm a cash flow model guy. I like straight cash flow. I want my money every month.
Same.
Much as cash flow every month. So if I can buy, like literally, I'm closing on one next Friday, St. Louis. Nice. I'll show you the pictures, bro. Nice garage, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, ranch. I'm buying it for $29,100.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get about $900 a month, $875 to $900 a month. You do the cash on cash return on that, bro.
Houses are that cheap out there?
Yeah, yeah. And this is not a hood property. This is like C-class, this decent home.
Yeah. Do you stay away from hood ones?
I don't. I buy hood ones if they look really nice.
Okay.
Not like wow factor nice, but yeah, like if they look, livable nice, that something you and I would live in, like basic grade rehab, I'll buy them. Those are gold mines.
Yeah. Really?
You got to figure I'm not going into these neighborhoods as a landlord.
Right.
I'm the bank. So I'm buying these properties and I'm doing land contract. I'm basically buying it and I'm selling that owner occupant the financing. So just going back, because we were talking about numbers on the Illinois property, $55K for the loan, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put somebody in there for like $120K. But they're paying me $120K plus interest in monthly payment every single month for 30 years.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, so you're making your money back super quick on these.
Super quick, bro.
Because usually real estate takes a while, right?
Well, it can. Yeah, it depends on your model.
Right.
Now with this, I'm coming out of pocket closing costs.
That's it?
Plus, as a wholesaler, there's wholesale in this, so it's a small assignment fee. I believe it's like $10K.
So out of pocket, you're $10K.
$10K plus 1,000 closing costs. $11K to keep this $55K loan in place.
That's insane.
It's $11K out of pocket. While my monthly payment on this was $508, right?
Yeah.
I get $1,500 a month.
So you're getting a house for $11K basically.
Yes. Yeah, by keeping the debt in place.
That's crazy.
Leveraging. And that's the beauty of real estate, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's game changing, bro.
So you could really scale this too.
Easy. Like,
Because there's so many houses.
So many. Like I said, the pandemic was like, we never seen that much activity in real estate.
Right.
That I've seen, at least in my 14 years of doing real estate, I haven't seen that much activity.
It was crazy. Stuff was going over asking price.
Still is.
Oh, it still is?
Depending on the neighborhood.
Sedona, I was just there, still going over.
But pandemic, every neighborhood had 15 offers. Man, you had homes in Watts.
Yeah.
With 9, 10 offers, highest and best back in the pandemic.
Right.
You know?
It was crazy, man.
It was crazy. But to answer your question, there's a ton of these properties hitting the market right now. And next year, election plus, it's going to be ton of opportunity.
Wow.
For people that's out there literally like looking for a primary residence or looking for investment properties, you can buy these properties, take over people's debt.
Yeah.
If you want to do that play. That's one of the best ways to buy properties.
I like this model because you don't need much capital.
No.
Maybe like $50K, honestly.
Sometimes zero.
Yeah, I mean,
but you may just worst case is just closing costs.
Right.
$1,000.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. But
you have to know what you're doing also, because you can't just get it and then.
That's correct.
You have a liability technically, right? Because you take over the loan.
Yeah, there's a liability factor there on the person that is selling the property.
Right.
Subject to, because the loan is in their name. So just say that the mortgage was with Chase Bank. Their name. So just say I was buying the property from you, sub too. Your name is still in the name of Chase Bank as far as the mortgagee.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I'm taking over your debt.
Oh.
The deed, like it still goes through a title company or whatnot. The deed gets deeded over to me at closing, but the mortgage stays in your name.
Oh, so there's no personal risk then?
No, so no liability on my side. It's on your side.
Wow.
Now, if I default, like I've been buying property subject to since 2009, my second deal. I never defaulted on anybody's loan, like loan, right?
Yeah.
But I know people that have. They would walk away and they'd be like, well, that's on them. Like that's their credit. That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's affecting you, but that's why, you have to, be ethical, bro.
Yeah.
You can't go in with a tip like, oh, well, like 2 years down the line, if I don't want this property, I'm just going to drop it, let it go to foreclosure and hit your credit.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like I'm going into the deal knowing that it's a deal. Like,
wow.
Like I have a couple extra strategies.
That's nuts. Where can people find these deals? Like what would have been the best deals you were able to find?
Like subject to wise or just in general?
In general, yeah.
Man, the best deals I find is from auctions, online auctions. Now you can't find subject to deals because these are already online auctions are already bank on property.
Okay.
So you got auction.com.
So the bank owns the houses.
Yep, and they're selling them on these auction platforms and weeding out the agents.
Because they want to cut out the fees.
Yep.
Smart.
Deals, but you have to, most auction platforms, you have to put a $2,500 deposit down, so that weeds out people already.
Right, because people probably just bet numbers and they don't even have the money.
Exactly. So if you just say 4 properties, that's $10K. Because I can easily bid on 4 properties a day. That's $10K. I throw it on my credit card.
Oh, it's $2,500 per listing?
Per property.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that weeds out the people that really ain't serious.
And you don't get it back?
Yeah, you get it back.
Oh, okay.
But if you win and you pull back, you're done. That's $2,500 that you lost.
Oh,
that's how they do it. Yeah, so you gotta know you gotta know your numbers going into that, bro.
So you've been able to get really good deals on those auctions?
Yeah. Just
wow. Never would have thought that.
And like going back to the shadow inventory, there's going to be a lot of pre-foreclosures hitting the market. And it already is, but it's going to be more and more. So you could take those over sub 2, but all of those ones that's not taking over sub 2 are going to foreclosure and hitting these online auction platform sites.
Wow.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So,
are you cold calling people too?
No, I don't cold call no more, man.
Stressful.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a cold caller team and all that, but I don't market for deals.
Right. They come to you.
Come to me, wholesalers, real estate agents, online auctions. MLS. Like MLS, you can find deals all day, sub 2, all day.
Sub 2s on MLS?
Remember we saying like with these reduced prices?
Yeah.
That means that they probably have a loan on the property. They're asking obviously over like what they can get for it because they keep reducing it. No buyers want it. You can go in like, okay, what's the terms of your loan? Or would you accept terms? And if they say yes, Okay, let me see the terms of your loan. If it's $250K, 2.8 interest rate, you know, $1,300 a month payment, I'll buy it.
Wow.
Because the properties that's with no equity, the properties I buy with no equity, my value is in the cash flow.
Yeah.
In the interest rate. That is the value, in the interest rate, if it has no equity. So if I take over somebody's loan that has no equity, I'm banking on that low interest rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is my value because there's no equity. Because if it's a low interest rate, that means I have cash flow to play with every month. Because I live off cash flow. That's literally like that's the name of the game for me. Like I played the active income game, did a whole bunch of wholesale deals. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a slippery slope because when you're doing a whole bunch of flips, you don't have no cash flow coming in. You create a lifestyle based off active income.
Right.
Now you got this high end lifestyle, and you hustling, bustling, and you got to go chase a check every month to support that lifestyle. But cash flow's coming in, right? I know that money's coming in every month.
Yeah, you don't have money tied up in houses. Like most people have a lot tied up, you know,
on
those fix and flips.
You do. But I mean, if I'm having money tied up, Sean, I'm using private money, bro.
Right.
Like,
it's not your own.
Like we could talk, after the set, but we'll talk right now. Just say if I had a problem, hey Sean, I know you're successful in your niche, bro. You know, you going viral, doing numbers on your show, and you got other side things you're doing. You're entrepreneur, natural born entrepreneur. And I know as an entrepreneur, like a real entrepreneur wants their money to work for them.
Yeah.
So while you sitting here, I'm like, hey Sean, I got a property in 30 days. I'm gonna close in 30 days. Would you fund 50K of that property and I pay you 12%? You do nothing. You secure by real estate. You're first position. I pay you 12% passively. I need it for 6 months. Would you say yes?
12% a month?
No, 12% annually.
Oh, annually.
Yeah, annual 12%.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing
I'd
nothing.
probably do it. Yeah.
Probably do it. Look at that.
It's better than having money in the bank.
I mean, money's getting less than 1%.
Yeah.
Unless you got
with interest, you're losing money.
Yeah, unless you got an online
with inflation.
Yeah. Inflation's what, 8%, bro?
Something crazy, yeah.
7-8%. So you got, a lot of people, out here, or how we're taught. Like you're taught to have your money in the bank, save and retire at 65.
Yeah, it's terrible advice.
Bro, that's how we're taught in school, bro.
Yeah.
It's stressful to think about.
That's awful, man. So when did you said you started this at 26, right?
Yep.
What were you doing before that? Were you successful in other industries?
I was into music business. So music business, I was not successful at all.
Rapping?
No, I was producing.
Okay.
I like a rapper.
I don't know. You give me that vibe.
No. Did not me? Yeah. I was producing music. I was also writing songs and shit, but I got some major placements. But entertainment game is wild, bro.
Yeah? What's it like? I hear terrible things about it, but I've never been on the inside of it.
Yeah, I did some major placements with some major artists. Got peanuts up front. $1,000 up front for the beat.
To write a beat?
Yeah, write a beat. Very little royalties. Yeah. People making promises that they never keep.
Right.
It's a lot of like handshake. Oh yeah, we got you, bro. We'll you'll be on the next project. One of those type of deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually feel sorry for, I feel bad for a lot of music producers today.
Why?
Because of streaming. When I was in the music business, streaming was like, there was no streaming.
Didn't exist.
Yeah, like streaming is up the producer's game.
Why?
Because there's no money in streaming for a producer. Like, you got to have a lot of streams.
So if you get like 100 million streams on a song.
I don't know the numbers, like how much exactly, but
okay.
I don't know.
It's nothing.
It's nothing, bro.
They make their money off the live concerts, right?
If your agreement is right, which most producers' agreement is not right, the artist makes money off the concerts.
Oh, not the producer.
While they're singing or rapping over the producer's beat.
The beat. Wow. Because there's some big producers that I thought made a lot, but maybe
there's a few. But it's not. You know how many producers out here that got like major placements?
You could count it on one hand, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
So you tried that. You were also a truck driver, right?
Truck driver. Yeah. Wow.
What was that like?
stressful. So it was traumatizing, bro.
You serious?
Yeah, like, man, that thing was traumatizing, bro. Working 12 hours a day, driving trucks,
Oh man,
delivering copy machines, bro.
I'd go crazy. I hate driving for long.
Cleaning buildings like this. Like you did your thing at your on your show.
Yeah.
I come in later on and I'm cleaning after everybody, bro.
Wait, you were cleaning too?
That was my second job.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Like,
really were hustling.
Yeah, vacuuming the carpets, getting the trash, cleaning the shit out. Yeah.
You were grinding, man.
Grinding, bro. Single dad, bro. Had my son in high school.
Whoa.
Yeah, senior
That's
year.
early.
Yeah, early, bro. So I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like either I'm gonna lay down, be a deadbeat dad, or just step up to the plate, be a great dad, make the money, make ends meet.
Yeah.
But I got tired of that lifestyle, so that's when I got introduced. I started doing music. That didn't work, but music instilled the hustle in me.
Okay.
Because I mean, music is a hustle. Like
Yeah.
I mean, as a producer, and people may know how the entertainment game is. Like most entertainers are working hours and hours of the night, or just up. It's just up.
Yeah,
They don't have no like sleep schedule for real overall. Like the traveling and the studio. I mean, I was in the studio, man, like 15, 16, 17 hours a day. Banging out beats, artists coming in and out.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so that instilled the hustle in me. So when I got introduced to the real estate game in 2009 and the crash, I was like, this is it. Like,
Yeah. And you mentioned mentors earlier. How did you find those real estate mentors? Because people struggle with that, finding mentorship.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, mentors is very key, bro. Mentors. So I found my first mentor, my real estate mentor, Chris Haskins. He was just driving in the neighborhood with a We Buy Houses truck.
Mm.
He had a wrap on his truck, said We Buy Houses.
Mhm.
Stopped him, waved him. He looked like me. He was a black guy. And I was like, you buy houses. And I had just got introduced to the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. So I was kind of like trying to find a way out of music in a way.
Mm.
My mom gave me the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read it, opened me up to real estate.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, I can probably do this, but it seems still kind of impossible.
Right.
So you know how like law of attraction is, right?
Yeah.
You start seeing things once you focus on it. He had a truck, We Buy Houses. I stopped him. And I was like, wow, like I never, honestly, probably because I wasn't looking for it, but I never seen a black guy like that investor, a black real estate investor, like person to person before until then.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, you buy houses? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, I buy about 5 houses a month. I'm like, that's a lot of houses every month.
Sure.
Like,
still is right now.
It still is. That's 60 houses a year. That still is a lot. Yeah. Even one house a month is a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, here, take my card. So literally, I hit him up. I met him the day or two later at Starbucks, bro. He came with a $40K check, slapped right there. He's like, hey, I just came from a closing. Boom, did this without any of my money. I'm like, yo,
That's
like,
some Wolf of Wall Street.
I'm like, man, put me on, like,
Yeah.
just literally, I'm like, put me on, like, I ain't really got no money like that, like, I'm trying to get some bread,
Yeah.
And he's like, man, you remind me. I remember he said, you remind me of myself, because he came from the music business too.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, he did the 50 Cent Wankster record. The record.
Yeah.
So he took his pub deal, got into real estate, used some of that pub deal, and got into real estate, got popping. But he said, I'm gonna take you under my wing. You remind me of myself. At the time, I think he was already 5 years in it.
Mm.
So man, I was so grateful, so blessed at the time to just be, man, going from property to property. I mean, I'm learning all types of bro. Sub 2, land con. These are like, I don't want to confuse people. Just throwing like different strategies, like creative financing, wraps, and all these tax loophole real estate strategies that's completely legal. I'm like just because I'm in the field every day with a 5-year-old vet.
Yeah.
At that time, and I'm like learning rehabbing. My second deal was my sub 2. My second deal that I took over sub 2 was a rehab. I learned all of that. So my second deal, I learned how to buy property sub 2, right? How to rehab and how to raise private money, all in one deal.
That's crazy.
My very second deal.
And he taught you all that?
Yeah.
And he took a cut or something?
Yeah, he took a cut.
So it was worth it.
Bro, it was priceless. Even if I made nothing, it was still worth it.
Right.
Because I learned the value that I still apply to today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like only time I'm using the bank for money is only time I have the bank in place for my property is sub 2.
Okay.
But I'm still not using them. I'm just taking over somebody's debts, like using their loan that they have with the bank. But most of my properties are used with private money, sub 2, or owner financing.
So why do you do that instead of getting a loan from a bank?
Why would I go to a bank? I don't want to go to a bank and get freaking put on house arrest until the house is closed. So So just say you want to get a house in Las Vegas. Just say if you go to a bank to get a loan, they're going to pull your credit. Now that's an inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
That loan's going to be on your credit for 30 years. Actually, there's 40-year loans out right now too. Because it could be 34. Because it's 40 years because they're trying to offset this high interest rate. So just say you get a 30-year loan, that's on your credit. That's your debt to income ratio. Right? But why would you want some on your credit anyway like that?
I wouldn't.
They're going to put tax returns.
Yeah.
They're going to put bank statements. They're going to do, you're not working, but just say tax returns and bank statements. And until you close, they don't want you to go buy a car. They don't want you to go get another credit card if you need it. You're like basically on house arrest for months until that closes.
Wow. That's crazy.
But why would you want to go to the bank to get a loan anyway? Even if that wasn't, like, I don't want to go to the bank to get a loan.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to.
No, your method sounds way better, man.
You don't need to go to the bank to get a loan. I'm telling everybody that watching this. You don't need to bank.
No, I was going to do that just because I thought that was what everyone did, honestly.
That's how we're taught, man. And like I said, owner financing, subject to, and private money. And you already said that you'll probably fund me a deal for $50K for 12%.
Yeah.
That's a private money lender. That's private money coming to me.
Right.
Like friends, family, like who just got, and you're around all types of like high net worth individuals.
Oh yeah.
That's all private money, bro.
Yeah. Man, that's sick.
Yeah.
What are you working on next, man?
Man, what I'm working on next is I'm working on my private money platform, where I'm basically giving the whole sauce in the game away, how to raise private money, how to find it, how to secure people's money, so you can go out here and buy this real estate, bro. Because real estate is game changing. Yeah. Literally, it's a game changer. And I hope this changed a lot of people's paradigm today about real estate. Because, you know, at least what I was taught, I thought you need a lot of money and an 850 credit score to get in real estate.
Same.
You can have 560 credit score, $5,000 in your name, $1,000 in your name, and go buy a property and own it.
That's insane, bro. This is gonna blow people's minds for sure.
Yeah. Now, if you got $5,000 in your name, I wouldn't go buy a property and own it for cash flow. I'd go buy a property with these methods I'm talking about and flip it. Right. So you can get your capital up. Yeah. Play the flip game. You know.
Nice. I love that, man. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Antonio_J_Edwards, Antonio_J_Edwards. YouTube, Antonio Edwards. But if y'all interested in like the slow flip strategy, which is my bread and butter, you can go to slowflipformula.com.
Hell yeah, I'll put it in the link in the description. Thanks for coming on, man.
Man, appreciate you, Sean, man. Thanks, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.